Good morning. Our focus today is going to be on a couple of things. One, we're going to deal with making sure you know how to get at your email account and use it. And two, we're going to make sure that we get Office 365 loaded up onto your computers. That's going to help you as you work on assignments for your classes. Okay, let's get started. So first thing we need to do is get you logged in. So you're going to go to the weva.k12.com website. Boom, there it is. And once you get to that page, you're going to see the OLS login. We're going to click on that button. Then once that happens, this screen's going to come up and you're going to input your username and your password. We're going to click login and now we're ready to go. Here's what you're going to see. First thing we need to do is get the email account open up. That is right here. You click on that icon right there and you're going to get that open. Now if you see this page, you're just going to click yes because we want to log in and stay logged in. Now once you're there, here's what you're going to see. You're going to see all these listings. You're going to see your list of any emails that have come into your inbox right there. So what we need to do, because you've got a blank over here, is just click on one of those emails that's in your list. So we're going to click on this one from Thomas Troutman. And once I do that, now suddenly the email is right there. Boom. Here's all the information. And so you can see what Tom wrote to me. You can see that he put in 2 attachments, so some documents for me to refer to. You can also see that he sent this email to Mary Lynn Filman. So I wasn't the only one to get this email from Thomas. Okay? But now, when I'm looking at that, I see some buttons right up over there, because now I want to be able to deal with this. And here's what each one of those buttons means. We got that one, which means reply. And so if I'm going to reply, only the person who sent the original email is going to get my reply. So if I click reply, only Thomas is going to get this email from me when I send back. The next button has that little second arrow on it. That's going to be a reply to all. So my email response when I send it is going to go to everybody who got the original email from Thomas, which means when I click reply to all and send something, both Thomas and Mary Lynn are going to get that email from me. That third one over, just the arrow pointing right, means I'm going to forward, meaning that information in the email I think is important for somebody else to have as well, and so I'm going to send that to a totally different person. It's not going to Thomas, it's not going to Mary Lynn, so I need to go through the list and choose the person to whom I want to send that new email. Okay? So now let's come back to Thomas's email. So I have decided I'm going to reply to all. So I want my reply to go to both Thomas and Mary Lynn. I know that going in. So I'm going to click that button right there. Once I do that, here's what I'm going to see. It's going to tell me that I've got a draft that I'm about to start writing an email. And so I can see right here that both Thomas and Mary Lynn are going to get that email. This spot right here, that's where I'm going to type in my response. Now there are these 3 little dots down here in the corner, and if I click on those I can see the original email that Thomas sent. So if I want to refer back to that, I just click on that and then that will show up. Okay, so now I've typed in my response, I've typed in my message, I'm going to send it. Well, there is my message. I'm ready. I'm going to click send. Boom, off it goes, and again both Thomas and Mary Lynn are going to get that message from me. Okay? Now what do? I want to create a new email. I'm not responding to anybody, I just want to get a new email sent because I have a question for my teacher, my mentor, my guidance counselor, something. Okay? And so when I come back to this page, here was my list. Up in this corner, I'm going to click on new message. Once I do that, I'm going to see this screen. Okay, so that here is my territory for writing the new email to whomever I choose. And so what I need to do is start typing the last name of the person to to whom I'm going to send this email. And it's going to give me a list of people who might have those letters in his or her last name. And so I want to send something to Miss Lupke. So I start typing in LUE and I see her show up. So I'm going to select this email address. I'm just going to click on it. And once I do that, I see there's her email address I'm sending to her. I want to put in a subject. So I'm going to type that in right here. Why? Because I want to make sure that Mrs. Lupke knows what this email is going to be about when she goes through to read it. And so I type that in, new student update. So I'm going to have some question or some statement about new student updates. Okay? And she knows that as soon as she opens that up. And so now I type in my message again, right? Just like I did with Thomas. I type the message in. You can see my subject line. You can see my message. Now you will notice that there are send buttons at both top and bottom. Doesn't matter which one I click, it's still going to send. If I chose to add an attachment like Thomas shared attachments with me, I would click on that button right there, and then I would go find whatever attachment I wanted to put into this email. Okay? Easy to take care of. But now, while we're in the email account, we want to get Office 365 installed because you're going to need that for doing your assignments. So coming back to this screen right here, where here's our list and we had our emails over here. We clicked on new message to send a new message. Now we're going to click right there on those dots. Right there. Once I do that, I'm going to see this screen pop up. I want to install Office 365, so of course I'm going to click on Office 365. When I do that, this bar is going to come across. Again, I want to install Office 365, so I'm going to click on Install Office. When I click on that, I'm going to get this little drop-down menu, and I am going to select Office 365 apps. I'm just going to click on that. Once that happens, I'm going to see this page come up, and it gives me some simple directions to follow. It says click Run, say yes, and then stay online. So if I'm using Chrome, I'm going to see this happening down here in the corner. So I'm going to click on that arrow, and that box is going to show up. And then what I want to do is click on Open. So that way it's going to run. Now I'm going to pardon me, see the Run button. Once I do that, it's going to ask me if it's okay. Yes, I'm clicking yes to say it's okay to start installing, and then it just tells me that it's getting ready to go. And so now I'm going to see this page. It reminds me, stay online. Don't shut your computer off. Don't put it to sleep. Don't flip the lid of your laptop down. Just keep it open. Let it go. It's not going to take that long to install, but to make sure that we get it done, we're going to practice some patience. Just let it do its thing. It doesn't take that long really. You don't need a significant amount of patience, but let it run. It will let you know when it's done. Okay? And then at that point, you are going to be that much more ready. You will know how to deal with your email, to be able to read it, to be able to send it, to be able to respond to it. You're going to have Office 365, and so you're going to have everything loaded up and ready to go for all your assignments, and you're going to know how to handle your email account.